Good evening and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia, I am the Mindful Tarot Coach, and this is the usual weekly tarot check-in. The deck is the same, the rules are the same, the questions are the same. You can find them below in the description section. Before I get started with analyzing the next week, as always, I would like to emphasize that it is a good idea to check in with the cards of the week again and again, because this way you are not going to miss anything, and this is good for you. And this is good for me too, because in this case my videos get even more views, so it is a win-win. Isn't it wonderful? All right then, having said this, let's get started. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next week is defined by a reversed Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is number 10 in the Major Arcana, and actually one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. This card has so many teachings, so many lessons that I really have to limit myself, because I could talk for hours about this. However, I really try to just emphasize the message that I feel important here right now in this context. The Wheel of Fortune is all about karma, luck, good or bad luck. It is all about change and adaptation. And given that the card has come up in a reversed position, I assume that the next week something is going to change. Something is going to change in our plans, and something unexpected or maybe even unwelcome may happen that at the first look on the surface may look as bad luck. I would like to remind you that often we don't know what is really good for us in the long run, so please keep this in mind before you judge something and stamp it as a good luck or bad luck. We never know what is good for us, and this is a very important message in the case of this card. Another important message is that this change, this so-called bad luck, may create resistance in us at first. We don't like this change, we are not happy about it, we don't welcome it, and this way it can be that we are going to show resistance, and the bigger our resistance is, the bigger our suffering is going to be. So please keep this also in mind and try to go with the change, even if it's not really a good one at the first sight. This card is completed by a 5 of Wands. The 5 always signifies change and conflict in the tarot, and this is the case here as well. As you can see here, we see here these figures, and they are either arguing with each other and having conflict, or it can be also that they are having a playful competition with each other. It can go several ways. However, given that the card completes a reversed Wheel of Fortune, I would rather assume that it can be that this change, what we have seen here, is going to create some conflict inside or outside. And it can be that maybe there are going to be some chaos, some arguing, some kind of conflict where we are not really listening to the others. Keep in mind that this conflict can be solved in a constructive way if you turn to the others, if you're ready to listen to the others, because everyone has his or her truth, and the way of solving this conflict is again to try to cooperate with others and listen to the others. All right then, let's take a look at the next column, which is all about risks and potentials. And what we have here is a card that has shown up so many times recently that I'm almost getting bored with it, and this card is the Reverse Tower. We had this card in the recent weeks several times, and this card is also about change, and the Tower is about sudden change, unexpected change, upheaval, and surprise. So it always signifies a kind of unexpected change, when we are kind of surprised, when we are kind of shocked by something. It can be that something happens that destroys our complete worldview or paradigm or some illusions. This card signifies a change that is not really, it is not a nice experience. It's sometimes, more often than not, it is painful, it is tiresome, it is stressful. However, it is always a good change because it helps us to create a new foundation for something, and it destroys our illusions, this way making place for something new. The card has come up in a reversed position, and it tells me again that something is going to happen, something that may look ugly on the surface, something that is unwelcome, as we have already seen here with the Wheel of Fortune. And it can be that it is going to create resistance in us at first, right? So these two cards are very much in sync with each other. So be prepared that you are not going to be happy about it, and you may show some resistance. And again, the bigger the resistance is, the bigger the suffering is. So try to go with the flow. This message is confirmed by the complementary minor arcana card, which is the Two of Pentacles, also reversed. The Two of Pentacles is also one of the cards of the change. As you can see here, this guy is juggling with two coins. And we can also see here this 8, the symbol of infinity. And this card reverses, just like the Wheel of Fortune, to the fact that the only constant change in life is change. The only constant thing in life is change. And this card refers to the fact as well that yes, something is going to change. Your daily routine may be changed by something. Your schedule can be changed by something. Please be prepared for this. And given that the card has come up reversed, it can be that this change is going to disturb you at first, that it is going to be unwelcome by you, and at first you are going to have difficulties and trouble with adapting and changing your schedule and juggling with those pentacles. So again, putting these two cards together, I see a really big potential that the next week we are going to have some unexpected change, something that is unwelcome at first, and this change can create some unexpected changes in our daily routine, and we are going to have difficulties with this at first. All right then, last but not least, we have here two cards that give us some advice regarding all this. And what we have here is the Moon. The Moon is a very interesting card in the Tarot. It is all about insecurity, not really knowing what is going on, not really knowing where are we heading to. This card is also about fears, irrational fears in some cases. It is also about even, in some cases it's also about traumas that are being triggered. It is about being insecure, not really knowing, and it is also about instincts, dreams and intuition. We have the Moon here, which is all about female energy, right? And this tells me that we have here an invitation for connecting to our female side. And what I mean by this is connecting and listening to your intuition, to your instincts, and following them, even if they are kind of weird, even if they are not really rational, right? So I see here from the moon an invitation to follow your gut feeling, to follow your instinct, to follow your intuition, even if you don't really know what's really going on and what is this all about and where you are heading to. Trust your gut, trust yourself, trust your intuition, because in this case you may come to answers, you will find solutions, and you can manage these unexpected changes. And this message is confirmed by a reversed Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is also about intuition, and it is first and foremost about intuition coming from an unexpected source. And as you can see, this guy is looking at a cup, and from the cup a fish is staring at him. And this refers again to the fact that sometimes the ideas and impulses and solutions may come from an unexpected resource. And it is a good idea to listen to them even so. And given that the card has come up reversed, I see this message even more confirmed, telling us that yes, your intuition is working, and your instinct is working, and your intuition is trying to tell you something, and it is a good idea to follow this intuition, again, even if it's kind of bizarre, even if it's weird, and even if you don't really know what's going on and where is it going to lead you. Trust your instinct, trust your intuition, because this is what's going to help you to manage this unexpected change and turn the bad luck to a good one. All right then. Last but not least, I would like to show you the whole constellation. For this, I have to rearrange this a bit here. Okay, so let me wrap this up quickly. The next week, some changes can be expected, and some changes that on the surface may look as bad luck, and they are going to be unwelcome, not nice. We have here 3 cards that are referring to the same thing here. This is very interesting, and it can be that these changes are going to create resistance or conflict in us, which is totally normal. However, keep in mind that we never know what is really good for us. Try to go with the change, even if you are not really sure where is it heading to. And as an advice, we have here an invitation from the cards to trust our gut feeling, to trust our instinct, and to continue our journey in the dark, even if we see only the next 2 meters illuminated by the moon. In case we are ready to follow those bizarre impulses, we may manage this change, what we see here, and we can come to answers and new solutions, and this is going to help us a lot. All right, I hope that it makes sense. In case you liked it, please don't forget to push the like button. You are also welcome to share the video and to subscribe. Thank you so much for showing up today, and see you next week again. Ciao.